Welcome back
to the skinny.
We are super excited to finally share this episode with you. It's been hard work, but it's been well worth it. Maybe you've noticed, but we have adopted some new family members.
Yes, we met this amazing couple, and they were super passionate about plants and interior design. And after a long winter, we just really needed to spice this place up.
Like really long
energy.
winter.
Yeah, like fresh energy. So our beautiful new additions are from potsandplants.nl, and it is a local small business. We wanted to support them and they wanted to support us back, so we are offering you 15% off their website for a limited time with the code Scanadians15.
We have interviewed a bunch of our international and local girlfriends currently living here in Amsterdam on the topic on dating Dutch men. We wanted to keep in mind that this is about dating experiences within Amsterdam and it's not representative for all of the Netherlands.
Yes. We had so many great pieces of information that we had to make this episode into 2 parts. So stay tuned, like and subscribe for next week's part 2.
Bring a pen and paper because you will be filled with information.
I'm Henrietta and I'm from Vasa, Finland.
I'm Sophie and from Gothenburg, Sweden.
My name is
My name is Barbara. I am Dutch, so I've been living in the Netherlands for my whole life, which is a very long time.
very long time.
Very long time.
She's been alive a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Yvette, I'm from the Netherlands.
And this is Elisa, also from the Netherlands.
Hi, I'm Katie, I'm from London.
Hi, I'm Avi, I'm from America.
I like that they're tall.
Yes, they're so tall.
They are tall and long and blonde.
They're very beautiful with the perfect hair and nice eyes.
Fit, beautiful hair. It's always like looks nice.
Like, I think the Dutch guys look really hot.
They're also very good looking. Dutch men are very blessed.
And they have beautiful big blue eyes and blonde hair or brown hair or whatever, but they're just gorgeous.
I think from across the world, the Dutch ones are one of the most handsome ones.
For me, all Dutch boys look quite similar, so I don't really need to differentiate like who's good looking. I can just be like, who is actually interesting.
Moving here, it was just amazing. Who are these people? Where have I moved to? I had no idea I was coming to like men Disneyland.
They're above averagely good looking, above averagely intelligent.
They're not very passionate. But that can be a good thing because fire can bring, conflict and it can bring so it's nice. It's like balanced waters.
I find Dutch people very honest, and they're very direct with their feelings and what they want.
Dutchmen are just more open and more accepting, and they don't really need to lead all the time. They're a lot more they're feminists way more than men are from the Middle East, I think. They're all for equality.
I think that's kind of where it's nice, but not so nice. They say you can fix your own tire, you can fix your own whatever, you can drive yourself to the doctor.
You can pay for the first date.
Going for a drink.
Yeah, exactly. You are really spot on there.
They like casual things, casual dates, let's go for a beer.
A drink or a walk.
For sure, no dinner first date.
No dinner.
That's something that Dutchies don't do.
Typical Dutch guy would say, let's grab a drink. Whereas South Africans would bring you to a vineyard, or Australians and States would go full out.
The guys in the States kind of overdo it a bit on the first date.
And the Dutch guy would maybe have you pay for it as well.
Here, it's very casual.
Yeah, they're not very creative. They're not very also not putting a lot of effort in.
It's pretty consistent. It's pretty fast. And there were a lot of guys in my experience. And there was a lot to choose from.
Here I feel like it's more a dating culture. You really want to explore and get to know people and keep your options open.
They plan a lot. They ask you on a date and it's 4 weeks in the future. And you're like, I don't know where I'll be I might be in a new relationship in 4 weeks. Dutch people are not the type, or Dutch men, they're not the type that they want to see you every single day. No. But what I've realized is that sooner or later they kind of want to become a little serious.
Because I do think if they give, actually settle down, they give it their all, but before then they're not ready.
Because they're too busy drinking Heineken.
I feel like they're very romantic.
Especially in wintertime when there's an ice rink or Rijksmuseum.
I wouldn't say it's an area of strength for Dutch men to be romantic.
Depends on the person.
Not as much as we'd like them to be.
I would say no.
They're not the kind of guys who go,
If I don't see you, I will die.
I need to see you. They're like, yeah, okay.
They're more romantic than what I've been used to in Finland.
They are a little bit uncomfortable with romance, you know? They're uncomfortable with going big.
I've got some very romantic sort of dates with a Dutch man. On our second date, he rented out an entire restaurant.
But they try. Some of them really have tried with me, to be fair. Like, disclaimer.
Yeah, maybe they are romantic, but not the big Hollywood gestures. Maybe it's in the smaller things.
I'm still waiting on the romance part. They're not as romantic as guys in the States are.
Yeah, they're more practical,
They're very
more
practical,
realistic,
yeah.
they're more
Very
sober.
logical. You know, some might say cold, but
A few of them cooked for me. That was romantic.
Romance anyway is kind of hard to define, right?
true. This was romantic.
Because
for
what's
entire
romantic to one person is not romantic to another person.
What I like about some Dutch men is that they're very direct, whether they like you, and they're very direct if they don't like you.
Or your outfit.
Or your outfit,
Or
your
anything
hair,
else you're
or if you're
putting
wearing too
on.
much makeup, or if you
Um,
have fake nails.
Or if you're being too loud.
They're direct.
Yeah.
You know what they want and they will tell you. Also what they don't want.
Not direct about their feelings, but direct about a lot of other, like, yeah, they are not like very charming or so.
direct in like.
Yeah, they sound like it.
But also it's nice when they're on the phone with their grandma after a one-night stand and you're sitting there in the morning and then they invite you while on the phone with their grandma to dinner with their grandparents and ask you, can I call you my girlfriend? Okay, great. Can my girlfriend come for dinner, please, grandma? You know, they're direct. We like
the
that.
directness.
Me and my boyfriend, we've never talked about ex.
No.
And it's been 1.5 years. You definitely never talked about it on the first date.
Well, we were just talking about sex on the first date.
A lot of guys, I feel like they're expecting sex on the first date, and then you have to tell them no, and then they be like offended because they expect it from you.
I mean, I wouldn't have sex on the first date with a Dutch guy unless I really, really liked him.
But no, in the States, like, I would never, like, we wouldn't hook up on the first date. Like, that's not a thing. You'd be looked bad. But also, like, here, they view sex differently. If there's sexual chemistry, if the night is hot, like, why turn it down, baby? It's Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I have no complaints.
I think they're fantastic in bed. I have nothing to complain about.
It's not my favorite nationality.
And compared to Americans, they are rocking the boat.
Maybe they're more reserved. I think I've heard.
However, they don't, like, oral sex isn't really a thing I've noticed. I might miss that a bit.
I'm just gonna say no comment.
Depends. But the guys who
Mostly,
offer to
yes.
pay are kind of like lifting themselves a bit higher than the others.
I've never been on a first date where they were like, you need to split the bill.
At least for like first dates, they're more inclined to maybe pay for your drink.
I think older Dutch men are a bit more, for the lack of a better term, traditional. But younger, yeah, definitely going Dutch. It's definitely a thing.
But in theory, like, after more than the first date, it was supposed to be like, okay, I'll do this and this, and like more equal, which isn't a bad thing.
Let's say you're on the 5th date, they might ask you like, hey, let's split the bill.
Sometimes maybe, I will pay one date and then, you'll pay the next date.
I even heard that it's like considered a little bit of an insult not going Dutch because it's like, why can I afford this but you can't? We should be getting paid equally.
Yes, and maybe it's also more my way of like, I also want to like put my contribution to paying.
Like, I really hate it when a guy is like actually like taking care of me in that way.
I had a nice Dutch boy come to my house the other day who said, I've bought you a bottle of wine. And I said, oh, thank you, that's very kind. He said, it was 15 euros.
Not me. Because when I was dating, this was before Tikkie.
Told you she was old.
No.
I would think it's a joke. Did this actually happen?
I've had guys be like, is it okay if I send you a tikkie after this?
I think I've been taken for dinner, but I've also been taken for drinks. And then when you get home and you get a little notification that you've been ticketed for half of your dinner, that sort of ruins the romance for me.
They're cheap. I'm gonna go, yeah, they're very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Frugal maybe is a better word, and more polite, but I just think they're cheap.
I've never been tikkie though for a date. I have to say, it's never happened.
You tell me.
From what I've heard, and also like the friends of my boyfriend, I think they're all single, and I always know that they're like talking to someone, but they always keep it to like one girl.
Oh, I think there is a bit of both.
I've seen it both ways. I think there's guys who really go for one girl, or maybe if they just happen to find someone they really like, they will go for it. But as long as they don't, they might. I mean, it's the same with girls.
Yeah. You know, I think they tell you because they are very direct.
I think a lot of the guys that I've been like casually dating or seeing, they have a roster of like 5 girls.
There are also a lot of super attractive men and women here. There are so many options.
When they're a little bit older, then they're more keen to like date one person. And it doesn't have to be date one person for like a long time, but they kind of like serial dating when they're a bit older.
But I think it's also really like the rules or expectations are really straightforward. Like as long as you're not exclusive, it's super fine to like date around it.
And there are very alternative types of dating and relationships in Amsterdam.
So the squirrel is, I don't know if I'm saying that right, hook up.
If you have a scharrel or you're scharrelen, then you're having casual sex basically.
So scharrel is when it's like totally superficial.
The quarrel is quality hookups.
Quarrel is when you're like, ooh, this is a potential.
So that's a scharrel you like a lot, probably, right? Like I have some scharrels because you can have more scharrels. Yeah, this is a good one.
Quarrel goes into prela.
Yeah, exactly. That's the next step.
But that's like an early relationship.
And it's actually you already do everything that a relationship does.
And in a relatie, it's like boyfriend, girlfriend, and we
many
really love
steps.
each other.
So many steps.
No, but you don't always go through all the steps, right? You can skip a few, you can do whatever. But it's kind of the definitions of I mean, I guess a prela goes usually to a rela. But scharrel doesn't have to go anywhere else. Scharrel is usually scharrel.
This was everything for this round.
Stay tuned because we have our sequel, part 2, Dating Dutchmen, out next week.
If you like our material, it would mean the world to us if you wanna hit the subscribe button. So like, subscribe, share, comment, buy some plants, get some music going, and there you go, baby.
And I would like to do a huge shout out to my friend Dan from Canada, Cave Audio. Again, his link will be to his website will be in the description below. He produced our amazing outro music, so you will hear that at the end of the video.